This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to get everything that you wanted, have the ending right at your fingertips, and then you make one decision that changes it all? Well, we're about to find out today, and it's called Pyrrhic Victory. Greetings and salutations, viewers. We're back here with another episode or bonus content for Shadowrun Hong Kong. In the last episode, we did we did the other endings and stuff like that. So in this ending, we're going to see what happens if we do everything we were supposed to do, the best choices possible, except for one last thing. So let's skip through the dialogue. So we just beat Kwanya here. Yeah, everyone's coming to show up. Hey, Raymond, speaking of the devil. So, all right, let's skim through some of this really quick. So we have to basically still talk to Kwanya this time. So yeah, we're just listening. I'm gonna do the questions really quick just to kind of go through the process. So all right, let's I don't think you have to do most of this stuff. I'm just doing it to okay, so I think I went through some of the dialogue a couple of times. So all right, okay, so we'll give you the counter proposal this time, and obviously Duncan's like, "What's going on?" So, yeah, you're gonna close the door behind you. You're gonna leave well enough alone. So okay, yeah, your life. All right, and let's see. Keep going. Yeah, this is keeping them out. Yeah, he's like, no, you figured me out that the other Yama Kings. Too bad no other Yama Kings make an appearance during this one. Just to show it off. It's more just a threat. Obviously, it's a legal threat or a legitimate threat because of everything that's been going on. But still, especially the fact that we've seen this lady. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the one where you have to take them into service. So this is the one where you basically let them take whoever. So the crazies that you fought getting here, deal, take them and go. We will decide when the deal's done, meat. You will not dictate terms to us. The queen with 1,000 teeth clasps her hands and slowly rubs them together as if in anticipation of a meal. Saliva runs down her body in rivulets, spattering the ground and pooling there. With a stuttering, jerking motion, she shifts positions to face you. We have one other demand, a small trifle. Grant us what we asked, and we shall depart peacefully, never to return. Refuse us, and there will be blood. Tell me what you want. She points at Raymond with an enameled, jagged finger. Him, the builder of the tunnel, the man who brought us here. We will take him with us as well, a memento of our journey and a feast for the long trip home, one that will savor for all time. That's his decision to make. He has a mind to give. Raymond straightens, looks the Yama King in the face. I will go with you if that's what it will take. Let's see. Yeah, if you were looking for repentance, I think that you just earned it. Michael, thank you for coming to Hong Kong, for helping me to see this through. You have always been like a son to me, regardless of our difficulties. He looks you in the eye. You can see the tears welling there. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Remain silent. The queen with 1,000 teeth clasps 2 sets of hands to her breast and spreads the third. When she speaks, her musical voice has turned ugly. The terms of your deal are accepted, meat. We will withdraw to the tunnel with our servants. Kwanya's body seems to collapse in on itself. She crumples lifeless to the floor, a discarded vessel of meat and bone. A stab of pain lances your eyes, blacking out your vision. When your eyesight returns, Raymond Black, your foster father, is gone.
Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story. That if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. My past is a terrible story. I didn't expect it to end with redemption. Sometimes the debts of the past can't be repaid. But we do what we can. I have done what I can to right my wrongs. And I accept the consequences.
You depart for the Prosperity Chamber and are instantly caught up in a wave of refugees fleeing for their lives. Struggling through the panicked wave of humanity, you are able to retrace your steps and eventually reach Haloi. Although the typhoon has passed, the scene is wet and chaotic. The newly homeless crowd the streets, desolately wandering, searching for missing loved ones and nursing injuries. Relief workers are already on the scene, providing blankets and medical aid. Rescue personnel carry the stunned and wounded to safety. The entire area has been cordoned off by the HKPF, while knight-errant officers and a military peacekeeping force attempt to maintain order. So yeah, basically, you get everything, but then you decide to go, yeah, you can take those people. You're like, but we won, so what was the point of that? But yeah, it's weird. But yeah, it's called, you get the Pyrrhic victory achievement for basically doing everything you need. You basically convince her to leave, but you let her take Raymond with you as well. So, alright, let's see. Quite a party. Alright, this is pretty much the same. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Right away. Yeah, the weirdest thing about the Pyrrhic victory is that Duncan doesn't say anything about, like, you know, about what's going on. He's like, wait, maybe he doesn't have to do this. Like, I don't know, like I said, I like this game, but there's a lot of moments that really, they dropped the ball on. Like, Duncan should have had more vocal actions to your choices, you know what I mean? Like, he just kind of sits there like an NPC and doesn't react. And you're like, Duncan's personally attached to Raymond. Shouldn't he have more words for him being either sacrificed or whatever? I'm just saying. Let's see if the I don't think the dialogue changes too much here. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't matter on that thing. Yeah, make up the loss for those dead people. Let's see. What happened to the walled city? So, yeah, he summoned a big bad Beetleborg on that one. So, yeah, Yama King. Let's see. Yep, she tells her story of that. Let's see. Crisis is over. Yeah, what about my drink? Mysterious benefactors. Yep. Sorry, I'm not saying much because a lot of this is pretty much the same. So, got what we needed from him. Yep. Alright, give her the data. Because I don't care about the money at this point, so. Beginning of something big. Let's see. Machine. Nope, don't have the machine, sorry. Raymond didn't make it. He sacrificed himself to stop the demon. Did he? Well, maybe that's what he came here to do. She lowers her eyes and her voice softens. Everyone makes their choices, my sweet, and everyone pays the consequences. Even you someday. What about you, huh? Are you ever going to pay the consequences? But anyway. I love when people say that, but then they're like, oh, it'll never happen to me, even though it should. So, because you live in the criminal underworld, you probably get shot in the back of the head by accident. So, yeah, don't forget what we did. Under magical influence. No more demons from now on. Okay. Next, get some sleep. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's so similar to the good ending that it's like the only dialogue I'm trying to look for is stuff that they say when they say he sacrificed himself, which kind of coincides with the main ending, because the basic ending is Raymond sacrificing himself for the group and everything like that. So they are all going to bed. We figured we'd hang out a while. No one could remember the last time we ate. She looks over a bowl of Dunkin'. Besides, no one can sleep anyway. She means me. I'm too fucked up to sleep, trying not to think about Raymond. Wu takes an enormous gulp of soup, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. They just keep keeping me company, feeding me and pretending not to be tired, talking a bit. So you're not afraid of going to sleep and having another nightmare? No one's afraid. No one's keeping Gunshow company. Isabel fishes a chunk of something out of her soup with her fingers, flicks it to the floor. I just thought we should sit together a while, have some chow, debrief a bit. Yeah, talking about all that's going on, everything we've been through together. Sorry, I accidentally clicked the button. Wu drops his head. His words come out slowly as if they were being forcibly extracted. I can't believe he did that. Gave himself to that demon. He's a freaking demon. It was Justice. He caused a lot of the harm. Justice? He shakes his head, sips his soup thoughtfully. I don't know anything about justice anymore. Isabel stares over her bowl at the wall of the trawler. Her voice is soft. Hard to believe we defeated the god. Demon god! Gobbet stirs her soup with her finger. From another plane of existence. Hard to believe that Josephine Singh is going to remain untarnished by this whole thing. The little Decker's face hardens. 20 years of misery, 20 years of suffering, for tens of thousands, hundreds maybe. That's the way it is, the way the world works. The powerful play their games and the little people pay the price. She'll see justice someday. She has to. Wu stares at soup, squinting in concentration. But one thing doesn't add up for me. Why was Josephine saying so intent on shutting us down? Oh yeah, this is all the same from before. Responsible. Yeah, I don't care. It's over. We're done cleaning up Raymond's mess. It's good to have unanswered questions. They keep life interesting. I don't need that kind of interesting. Gobbet finishes her soup. She lets out a little belch and pats her stomach, satisfied. She tosses the bowl in the corner for madness and folly. So, killer, what now? I'm gonna walk around a bit, stretch my legs. You should bag it soon, Pike. Get some sleep. He winks at you. You look like shit. Get used to it. All right. Hey, Raptor didn't glitch out this time. Let's see if anyone. I think their dialogue's pretty much the same, for all intents and purposes. Somehow I don't feel like celebrating. His teeth gleam white. No, my friend. No, of course you don't. Our struggles in the walled city's over. I guess that means that you can focus on other things, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I think, you know how that sounds. I won't try to stop you. That's as far as I'll go. Fair enough. Perhaps not the answer that I was hoping for, but so long you don't stand in my way, there won't be a problem. He nods, his pearl-white smile glinting in the dim light. Be well, my friend, and rest while you can. There's more looming on the horizon than you could possibly dream of. Okay, yeah, pretty much. Almost no one has anything to really say about Raymond, because they didn't know him really personally, so there's really no worthwhile conversation about that. I have a hard time believing it myself. It all seems like a dream. Let's see. I think I need a nap, honestly. Simple request. Easily accommodated. Let's see. I'm not leaving anytime soon. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So I can pretty much I'll still skim everyone's dialogue, but we're pretty much at the end. Yeah, I didn't think this episode was gonna have much to it because, like I said, it's a combination of endings, so forth. So really, there's only like a handful of dialogue just to show up. But that's how you get the Pyrrhic ending. Is just basically do the good ending, but let Duncan sacrifice himself anyway, even though he didn't need to. You know. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, stay away from that. Did she offer you an oyster? Nah, we're not that tight. I mean, I don't visit her bunk all the time like you do. He pulls his right elbow back behind his head, stretching his triceps. They're a good crew, aren't they? I've seen worse. We just defeated a demon queen, Boulder Shoulder. What more do you want? Wu switches elbows, exhales slowly as he pulls. Long goddamn day. Feels good to stretch. You bet I did. Or, yeah, I bet. You doing okay? Wu shrugs, turns his back and begins stretching his legs. Yeah, sure, I took a few hits, but I'll be okay. That's it? We just saw Raymond sacrifice himself to a demon queen. Wu spins his torso and glares at you red-eyed. What do you want me to say, Pykel? That he was noble? That he was brave? Fuck that, he's gone. He left us. He lied to us. He hurt people and then he left us. And now he's gonna be tortured for 1,000 years or some shit. I feel like you do. Betrayed, wronged. Well, then we have that in common. Wu grabs an ammo box with one hand and begins curling it like a dumbbell. I tell you what, I'm not gonna be like him. I'm not gonna let this kind of thing eat away at me from the inside. What about you? What do you think about Raymond? His mom, the fortune engine, this whole messed up business. Now, this, even though you get the good ending, the ending is slightly different if you do the extended campaign. Not by much, though. Really, it's really a major ending if you have Raymond just straight up sacrifice himself instead of. But you can't get that version of the ending if Raymond dies, because the good ending of the game during the extension stuff is based on if Raymond's still around and if you choose to go back to Seattle. So there's two variations of that ending if Raymond's alive or not. Like I said, it's not huge, but I'll probably show it off. That might be the last bonus episode I do is showing off the alternate ending when you actually there's two versions. There's the one where you although technically I can show that ending with the bad ending that I did, so I might beat the game with the bad version of the ending and just show that one, even though that's the one where you killed Duncan, Gobbin, and Isabel. But anyway, I digress. So I think we're pretty damn good Shadowrunners. I prefer criminal mercenary operatives. Wu drops the ammo box on the floor with a crash. Time for bed, Mr. Boulder Shoulder. I think we deserve a good night's sleep. Get out of here. I'll see you in the morning. But like I said, I'm still disappointed that they didn't give like Duncan like maybe a chance to talk back to you saying, hey, should we do this? His dialogue makes us think like he was fine with Raymond doing it, but I feel like, you know, realistically he should have like maybe questioned us a couple of times. So so you haven't needed them since you got back, so you haven't deleted them yet. That's our memories. You're fine with them. What do you want to do? Alright, sleep on it. Cool. Alright, Isabel, you're not as interesting as your character makes it out to be. But anyway. Yeah, she's okay as a character. I like to go a bit more, but let's see. Yeah, and the woman who brought the Yama King here in the first place isn't going to serve a day in prison for it. She waves your comment off. Getting worked up about that, it's like being angry with gravity. Doesn't matter how pissed off it makes you, it isn't going to change. Corporate CEOs will always get away with murder, killer. It's an unwritten law of the universe. I know that as well as anyone. It just sucks is all. Yeah, it does, but it isn't in our power to change it. Let the big fish duke it out with each other. It's time for the little fish to sleep. That's us, by the way. We're little fish in this analogy. Guppies, maybe, or minnows. You get the drift. She yawns, stretches, Madness and Folly chirp in agreement. Anyway, it's been a long day and I'm beat. Frankly, I'm amazed you're still standing. I'll see you tomorrow, though, right? I mean, you're not going anywhere. It's phrased as a statement, firm and final. Maybe you can, yeah, God, I'll see you then. Yeah, right, good. I'll see you then. She hesitates for a moment, then the corner of her mouth tilts up into that of an old familiar smirk. Oh, a killer? Yeah. Sweet dreams. That's why I always like talking to her last, just because of that. Alright, let's end this and call it an episode. Yeah, sorry for short and repeat, but, you know, just wanted to be thorough with this playthrough, so. Alright, end the campaign. No nightmares, only shadows. Only, I was trying to think of a joke there, but anyway. The story of the walled city riots circulates local news networks for nearly a week. Few outside of Hong Kong hear about the incident. Of those that do, even fewer care. By the end of the month, the city is back to business as usual. In Hawaii, the flow of refugees eventually slow to trickle. Those who do escape tell stories of a terrifying demon goddess that came to the walled city, claimed a host of slaves, and then mysteriously departed again, dragging her servants to hell behind her. Their mad ramblings are generally met with pity or contempt. After the incident in the walled city, the unbroken lucky streak that propelled Sang Mechanical Services into the limelight come to an abrupt end. Evidence of Josephine Sang's culpability in the walled city riots, as delivered by a reliable source, is aired on the Horizon News Network, and the corporation's stock prices go into freefall. Within a year, Wu Jing Inc. buys out, absorbs, and dismantles the company, and Josephine Sang is quietly filed away in a corporate prison. She remains there, buried behind walls of concrete and rebar until she hangs herself 3 months later. Hulei remains a safe port of call for smugglers, gangsters, and Shadowrunners alike. You are no exception. The shadows here welcome you in a way that Seattle never did. You've earned the respect of your fixer, your clients, and your community. And now that the APB on you is out on your team has been lifted by parties unknown, you're free to operate openly in Hong Kong. The place is yours now. You're home. So, unfortunately, I'd have to go back pretty far to show off the version of the ending where Josephine Sang doesn't get away with it, because you have to, by getting the information in that one tower, and that is optional, by the way, that's how you get her to jail. I think if I remember correctly, her business doesn't do as well because of the fortune engine gone, but I don't think she goes to jail or kills herself. I think she just quietly retires or something like that, but it's been forever since I've done the ending where she basically we don't find the evidence, because I like to be thorough every time I play an RPG, so there's no reason not to do it. But yeah, that's it for Pyrrhic Victory. Like I said, it's not a whole lot different from the other endings, so the only reason to do it is to get the achievement, or trophy or whatever you want to, and some unique dialogue in certain bits, but it's almost not worth it really, because it doesn't change things drastically. I think the bonus campaign at the end has some slightly different dialogue, but the game still plays the same. The only difference is the end of the game, where you're on the plane with Duncan going back to Seattle, and there's some dialogue because Raymond's not there anymore, but that's it. So I think the next episode I'll do is I'll show what happens when you beat the game where you did the It's Just One City, which is the bad ending. I'll have to replay through the whole bonus campaign, although it's only 2 missions. I'm not going to do the side stuff. The only problem is it's going to be a little bit difficult just because I only have Ractor and Gaichu, so I'll have to hire someone to beat the final mission. But I'll show what happens when you go back to Seattle doing that, because there's a slight difference in the end because of you giving the city up to the Yama King for 15 years of fortune or whatever. But after that, that'll be the end of all the bonus content. So anyway, I'll leave it off there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.